Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaste, Dr. Usha Mata, for the invitation, thinking of me for this opportunity to share my ideas and thoughts on Bhagavad Gita. And actually, it is a command from Guru Mata. So, hence, I had to accept it and I have to deliver the lecture. So, hence, it's indeed a pleasure to join on this beginning of the week. Today is Somavasara, Monday, and a very auspicious beginning with thinking about Bhagavad Gita. My mother tongue is also Tamil. I could also continue in Tamil, but means a different approach in English. I'll continue in English because I teach here in English. So we will continue in English with, of course, quotations from Bhagavad Gita. So I will right away get into the topic. I will share the screen now. Please let me know whether you are able to see the screen. So the topic that I have will be discussing is the physical wellness through Bhagavad Gita. And now I have shared the screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So before going into this topic, hope how topical this Bhagavad Gita club which is being started. So how relevant the title of the seminar is also relevance of Bhagavad Gita. So how relevant means it is as relevant to get us a Olympic medal. So you might have seen recently how relevant is it to contemplate upon Bhagavad Gita. Means recently you might have seen that Manu Bhaker, who got 2 Olympic medals. So what did she say? All this is not any. So this is quoted from the Hindustan Times, which reported that she said, Manu Bhaker said, when I was shooting for the bronze medal, focus on karma and not the outcome. She says that Bhagavad Gita, you can see on the screen, reveals how Bhagavad Gita helped her clinch the Paris Olympics bronze. So hence, how relevant is Bhagavad Gita? It is relevant enough to fetch us the Olympic medal. So hence, she also, you can see if you study about her family, she has trained in a Gurukula. In a Gurukula, she has trained, and his mother and his Chitti, all of them have trained in the Gurukula system. And then she also got into the shooting sport, and then Bhagavad Gita has helped her. So this is one example about the relevance of Bhagavad Gita. Now, another example is, you know about Sunita Williams. So this is again reported in the NDTV. Sunita Williams, you know, she is also currently in the headlines because she has gone to the space station, in the International Space Station, but she's unable to come back due to some technical glitch. She, the American astronaut, India-born American astronaut, says, these are the spiritual things to reflect upon in yourself, life and world around. You see things other way. I thought it was quite appropriate. While talking about her time in space, she has taken a copy of Bhagavad Gita to space. Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. I think so I was speaking about Sunita Williams. She is in outer space, unable to come back, but she is well supported by Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads are there with her in the space. So hence she derives the strength for her life and her achievements from Bhagavad Gita. Another example again as to how relevant it is. You might have heard about Will Smith. Will Smith is a Hollywood actor. So he has acted in very popular movies like Independence Day and then I, Robo. That's what Rajinikanth acted as a Robo in Tamil. So the original is from Hollywood, from Will Smith. So you can see him standing with Sadhguru. So where you can see, he himself says, I am 90% through the Bhagavad Gita. Means I have almost completed Bhagavad Gita and my Arjuna, inner Arjuna is being channeled. So this is how, again, people like Will Smith, who are in the top of Hollywood, they speak. Not only this, we know about Abdul Kalam ji. So though born in the Islamic tradition, so he is inspired by Bhagavad Gita. He says, see the flower, how generously it distributes perfume and honey. It gives freely to all its love. When its work is done, it falls quietly. Try to be like flower, unassuming despite all its qualities. This is his understanding, or this is his interpretation of Karma Yoga. So again, this is documented, and the videos are there as to how he glorifies Bhagavad Gita. So all top people, all influential people, all successful people, they are all influenced by Bhagavad Gita. They derive their influence from Bhagavad Gita and their success from Bhagavad Gita. And this person on the screen is also known. Today is the day of metros. Everywhere a metro is started, and E. Sridharan is a metro man. So he himself says in New York Times, he had a conversation. So there he says, when I started reading our old scriptures like the Bhagavad Gita, I found it was useful for day-to-day life. So I started practicing it. I consider it an administrative gospel. So that is how he sees Bhagavad Gita. One that will help you in doing things like running an organization. Such a massive project metro is. Every city, every town is slowly getting metro now. So such a metro man, E. Sridharan, is inspired by Bhagavad Gita. So hence, the initiative taken in the Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College to establish a Bhagavad Gita club and start contemplating about how to apply it is very much topical, very much relevant, and that's what it will make us most successful people, and also, of course, peaceful and successful people. So hence, it is indeed very relevant. Now, in the previous talk itself, the speaker has very eloquently introduced Bhagavad Gita. So hence, I am not going into the details of giving the Bhagavad Gita, what Bhagavad Gita is, 700 shlokas, 18 chapters. It's in the form of conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. It was part of Mahabharata War. It is Vyasa who documented it. And there are many commentaries by great acharyas like Shankara, Ramanuja and Madhvacharya. And at least 227 commentaries in Sanskrita are written. And this is based on the manuscript evidences that we have. And apart from regional interpretations like Jnaneshwari. And when was it very first translated? In the 18th century itself, Charles Wilkin has translated. And in more than 75 languages of the world, Bhagavad Gita is translated. So, more than us, the world knows the importance of Bhagavad Gita. And of course, there are so many yogas, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and all these paths are described. I'm not going into all these details. Now, what I'm going to speak in this, the brief duration that is given is that how Bhagavad Gita helps physical well-being. So, though there are so many aspects of Bhagavad Gita, that is, it is a philosophical gospel, and it speaks about the ultimate goal, etc. But basically, we are the ones who live with the body. Our first layer, even according to the Upanishads, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Kosha. Among the Pancha Koshas, the 5 layers of our existence, identified by about the Upanishads, the very first layer, the alive and kicking dimension of our existence is the body. So let Bhagavad Gita speak about all aspects. Does it give us guidance on physical well-being? Does it speak about the body? So for the well-being and upkeep of the body. So is there any insights? See, the point is that even in Vyasa's commentary, we see that if we, so how do we connect with the Bhagavad Gita with the Shraddha? Means if with one aspect we get hold on to the Bhagavad Gita, and then we are convinced that these insights are useful, though it may be the very outermost aspect what the Bhagavad Gita says, then our Shraddha on the other deeper, higher truths will also be established. In Yoga Sutra, very great siddhis are spoken. So, do these siddhis or the powers through the yoga, will they be attained? So, if you have doubt, take up one small aspect of asana or pranayama, do that. If it is effective, then by that you can kind of do the implication or kind of inference that if this is true, the higher, deeper, greater aspects will also be true. This is how you personally verify the impact, efficacy, effectiveness of Bhagavad Gita. That's why. So if we are convinced about the wisdom that Bhagavad Gita offers about the body, then gradually the other aspects also will slowly draw our attention, and we will gradually move into that dimension also. So which will lead to greater success, greater peace, and greater happiness. Now, before going into the insights of Bhagavad Gita as such, we can see that there are very many terms about the body in Sanskrita. So does anyone know I'm just, you can unmute and tell. What are all the words for body in Sanskrita? Can anyone think? Shariram, very good.
Ayaha.
Kayaha, very good. Dehaha, very good. Any other? Okay. Shariram, Kayaha, Dehaha. Okay. Now let us see. That is in Amarakosha. Very good. So I want to keep it as interactive also. So in Amarakosha we see Atha Kalevaram, Gatram Vapus Samhananam Shariram Varshma Vigraha Kayo Deha Klivapumsoho Striyamurtistanustanuhu Gatra Kalevara Vapu Sannahana Sharira Varshma Vigraha Kaya Deha Murti Tanu. So about 12 terminologies are there in Sanskrita as such about the body. And how many of these are used by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? You can see Vapuhu. Bhutva Punaha Saumya Vapur Mahatma. The word Vapuhu is used. And then he of course used the word Kalevaram. Yam Yam Vapi Smaran Bhavam Tyajatyante Kalevaram. That terminology is used. Gatram is also used by Krishna. Sidanti Mama Gatrani. Of course, the Sannahanam is not used. The word in the same meaning, Kayaha. Kayena Manasa Buddhya Kevalair Indriyairapi Yogina Karma Kurvanti. The word Kaya is used by Krishna in his 700 verses. Of course, Dehaha. Dehi Nityam Avadhyoyam Dehe Sarvasya Bharata. So the word Deha is also used. Tanu is also used. Shariram is used for many times. Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati Ishwaraha. So in this way, so many terminologies about the body is used. But each of this, are they merely meaning the same? Each of this terminology in Sanskrita and also in Bhagavad Gita on the body itself instructs us about body. So for example, Vapuhu, Varshma, these two terminologies are synonymous, where we see Upyate, Vapati, or Varshati or Vrishyate. So that is Vapuhu or Varshma, which means that which is sown. So the seed of the birth is sown and then the child takes birth. So that which is sown, the body is sown in the mother's womb and then the child emerges. So the Vapuhu traces back to the very origin of the body. And then what is Kalevaram? Kalevaram also is a beautiful terminology. We see Kale, Shukre, Varam, Shreshtham. So the best among the Shukra, the sacred among the Pavitram, Amarako in Shabdakalpadruma it is said, the best among the, or the sacred among the sperms, which emerged as this human body. So only in this human body we do all the sadhana, etc. So hence that is the meaning of Kalevaram. And then Gatram. Gatram is also beautiful terminology. When we say Gacchati Maranat Param, so Karana Bhuta Panchatvam Prapnoti. Yadva Gamyate Sthanat Sthanantaram Prati. Sanchalyate Vani. That which moves. So our body, when we observe it, it is Gacchati iti Gatram. It is never stable. We move it, we twitch it, we go from one place to the other, and then also from life to life, that which moves. So that is also Gatram. So it also speaks about the idea of Punarjanma, Gatra itself. Whereas Vapuhu, Kalevaram, etc. speaks about the biological origins of the body. Gatram mentions about the transmigration, Punarjanma, and also the high restlessness of the body, that which constantly moves, which also helps us understand why the body is like this. It is always, because of its various limbs, it cannot stay in one place. It constantly moves. And of course, Kayaha is another term which is used by Krishna. Chiyate annadibihi, that which grows or kind of that which is put together by food, etc. And Chiyate karmabihi. Our previous karma is what has led to this particular body. So hence that is also the meaning of the Kaya. And then Dehaha, Dogdhit Pratidinam. Every day that which grows. So every day we check our weight. So how last week this was my weight. This week how much have I grown? So that is also another concern. Everyone is working to reduce weight and so on and so forth. Of course, that nourishment is also needed. If people are weak, lean, they want to kind of get nourished. So that which gets nourished, That is called as a deha. That capability of a healthy body to get nourished and become krishta and pushta. That is the deha. Tanu is also the same thing. Tanu vistare, that which tanoti, that which grows and that which expands. So for some it expands to that much that they cannot look at their own toe. I'm sorry to say this, and just in a lighter sense. Hence, and the opposite to deha is shariram. Shiryate rogadina yat means that which gets deteriorated. Means again when it is when someone is in worry, stress, psychologically and physically also, if there is some disease etc., that which deteriorates, that is a shariram. And also shrinati, that which harms others. Himsam karoti iti shariram. And then vigraha, of course, the word vigraha is also used, but Krishna does not use it. But all other terms marked in green are used by Krishna. Sharira, deha, kaya, tanu, vapuhu. All these are terms that Krishna used, and each of these terms have such a beautiful connotation. So just by reflecting upon it, we know all about the body. So vigraha is another term which is commonly used in Sanskrita to indicate body. Vividham sukhadi grinhadi, vividhaihi vyadhibihi grihyate. That which grasps various happiness, etc., or that which is grasped by diseases, etc. So hence, just by looking at the words that are used for body itself, we get a complete idea of the body. So the origins is that which is sown, vapuhu, varshma, and then what happens, kaya or murti indicates that it attains a particular shape, one head, two hands, feet, etc. That is conveyed by the word kaya. And then after attaining a particular form, when the child is born, it starts moving, it starts kicking its leg, etc. And it starts moving, and the entire life we are on the move only, moving from one place to another, moving from one job to the another, doing this, doing that, etc. And then in the process of moving, it also grows, it also expands. As stated in Nirukta, Jayate Asti Vardhate. The Shadbhava Vikaras are spoken. Jayate, born, Asti, exists, Vardhate, it grows, Viparinamate, it matures, Apakshiyate, it deteriorates, and Mriyate, finally dies. So all this is indicated. Deha, Vardhate, and Vigraha. So as we grow, as we become from childhood to the youth, we start experiencing happiness, etc. That is used by the word Vigraha. And then that is also, as we grow, as we experience, we also contract illnesses, etc. And then by that, Sharira deteriorates. And then finally, the same word Gatra indicates it transmigrates. So hence, it is this beautiful cycle of our existence is conveyed by the mere words that are there in Sanskrita to indicate body. That is the depth, that is the richness of not only of Bhagavad Gita, also the Sanskrita. Only the words are necessary. I have not even quoted one shloka from Bhagavad Gita, but the mere terminologies that Krishna chooses to use about the body conveys the complete picture. So this is, you should recollect that this is a text advised some 5,000 years ago, which explains the entire cycle of our existence, how we come into existence, what are the things that we undergo, and where we move, and what is the nature. So a person who knows this will not be worried if he gets a disease. Oh, this is quite nature of the body. Or will not be over happy that last month I was less in weight, now I have gained weight. No, this is quite nature of the body. So that gives the maturity of understanding about what this entire system is all about. So I have done only the word analysis, that itself gives such a rich insights and great potential about not only the terminologies that Krishna used. Later you will see how many wonderful ideas are also there. Now just to compare and